population is live. Okay, we are on.
Cookie, we found your pants.
Well, hello! It's about time. No, what should I do with this barrel?
Alright, so you want like a beat?
Does anyone know how to fix the copier? Also, I'm covered in blood.
Hey, checking microphone, test
If we could silence all chewing on set, we are picking up some slight chewing. It sounds like a bubble gum or a gummy candy of some sort. Silence all chewing, please.
Hello, I'm on the microphone. It's too close.
Did anybody else see what happened in the copy machine room? Because there's blood everywhere.
Okay, and can we get a silent trumpet fanfare for the King of Space? There are no sounds in space.
Microphone.
Hi, I'm Mike Builder, General Manager of Jackbox Games. We've been hard at work coming up with new ways that you and your friends and family can play
this is
You Don't Know
Repeat.
Jack. Don't
Hey
have a lot of
everybody,
game
this is
controllers?
Game Brief 10124.
Because
Welcome
you
back
can
to
play
more
this
Let's
very
Play
game
You Don't Know
using
Jack
your phone or tablet as a
2015.
controller. That's just the beginning. In the coming years, it's my hope that instead of using a regular controller, you'll be able to play our games using a regular TV remote, a calculator, a block of wood with buttons crudely drawn onto it, or even a garage door opener. But why stop there? We're hard at work.
Hi, I'm Cookie Masterson, and not to brag, but the cashier at Trader Joe's complimented me on my choices today. Will you be my Facebook friend? And our wrong answer of the game is brought to you by
the Anti-Pedestrian Council. Hey, I'm trying to drive here, is our motto.
Sniff out our sponsor's wrong answer of the game, and you'll end up with a great prize and serious cash.
Anti-pedestrian, walk, don't
Alright,
run.
let's do this thing.
Get ready, time for question. One.
Let's begin with, she mused me. If Taylor Swift broke up with every male currently in the world, about how many songs would she be inspired to write? 1.2 billion songs, 2.3 billion songs, 3.6 billion songs, or 7.4 billion songs? Hello! The world population is floating around 7.1 billion, of which 3.6 billion are males. That only gets her a few microseconds for each relationship, but that should be more than enough.
I just kind of guessed on that one because I was kind of like, well, let's go with
Let's try
that one.
This question got stuck in my teeth.
Well, logic for that one was, well, like 1 point something billion seems like it was too low, and then the 2.1 whatever billion seemed like, well, it's probably 3 point something billion because there's probably, like, I don't know. Again, I figured it wasn't 7 point because that was too much. Over 7 billion was way too much, and over 1, just over 1 was too little. So I was between 2 and 3, and I went with 3 because obviously I didn't know offhand.
Who's hungry?
Cookie fortune, cookie fortune, cookie Masterson.
I should have figured that's what it was.
Okay, this one's a bit violent. Don't shoot until you see the whites of their eyes. Okay, so I won't shoot anybody until I see their pupils, their irises, their retinas, or their scleras.
I'm wondering if their pupils is the wrong answer of the game, because that could be people pedestrians. I'm gonna go with it.
This is gonna hurt. The correct answer is, right, the white of your eye is called the sclera. But don't look too long at the enemy's eyes, or you might just fall in love.
Dance with me, Disco 3.
Take a stab at Cookie Masterson, the vocab guy. If Bill Nye the Science Guy learned nigh everything there was to know about science, what would be true of him? He would know nearly everything about science, he would know very little about science, he would know exactly everything about science, or he would know nothing about science. I'm not sure about Bill Nye, but I can think of at least one person here who knows very little. Here's where the money is.
Oh, nothing.
Nye means near or nearly.
Oh.
The reason why Bill Nye doesn't know everything about science is because he refuses to accept the Cookie Masters and unifying theory of quantum mechanics as the scientific fact that it is. But I guess people fear what they don't understand.
But yeah, I was thinking about that in the wrong way. That's why I got it wrong.
I call this one, Your Mother Smells Like the Jungle. What are you most likely to see Tarzan scrambling to buy at the last second on Mother's Day? A banana bouquet for Coco, banana candies for Kala, banana perfume for Chim Chim, or a calendar of banana pictures for Abu? Watch the time!
Oh, perfume.
I
Not sure
so
why,
wanted
but...
you to pick this one. Kala is the female ape who raised Tarzan in the jungle. His dad wasn't around much. He was too busy sitting around patting his chest with the backside of his hand every couple of minutes.
I hope I get the wrong answer to the game so I can redo this one without having to show it all.
And now, Obesity the game! And it's a dis or dat. I'm gonna read off 7 acronyms, and for each one, tell me if it's a type of healthcare plan or a type of video game.
This should be easy.
If it's a healthcare plan, press the Y button. If it's a type of video game, press the A button. Cool, let's do it. HMO! MMO! PPO!
That one I don't know.
POS! FPS!
First person shooter.
RTS!
I don't know that one at all.
MOO! Well, you made it, but not in perfect shape. Kinda like having an HMO. I can't afford to see a doctor, so I've just started asking the 12-year-olds I play Call of Duty against online for medical advice. They said I should go f*** myself. They also told me that my rash cleared up. Round 1 is complete, and hopefully you'll do even better in the next round. Remember, I'm doubling the value of each question in round 2. And don't forget, our wrong answer to the game is still out there waiting to be picked. Let's get back to the action. Here's a good one. Pussycat control. Oh my god, my cat's poopsie and mayonnaise are driving me crazy.
Oh, great, they
What do I
bought
get
right
from
this
them?
thing.
Nothing. If my cats were like the cat in the fairy tale Puss in Boots, what would they do for me? Grant me 3 wishes, help me kill a witch, impress my boss and get me a promotion, or help me break an ancient curse?
I'm guessing it's B. Because I don't know.
Speaking of being cursed, one right answer coming up. In Puss in Boots, Puss makes his master look good in front of the king, which results in him marrying the king's daughter, becoming royalty. Why don't you 2 idiots ever do anything like that for me? I haven't had a promotion in years. I have not been stealing office supplies. Those are complimentary, damn it.
I figured they're bringing a thing back from the Purge, and there's a game that Spawn's thinking Studios Let's Play, but I was wrong.
May I introduce... That evidence was Planters. If Mr. Peanut wanted to make some marzipan, which of his other nut friends could he grind up to produce the central ingredient? Mr. Hazelnut, Mrs. Almond, Miss Cashew, or Senor Brazil Nut?
Marzipan. I have no idea what that is either.
Smart people choose this. Marzipan is a confection made from sugar, eggs, and ground-up Mrs. Almonds. Regular almonds work too. But Mr. Peanut would be found not guilty because he's a total See, you thought I was gonna say nut, didn't you? No, it's nice guy. He's a really nice guy. No one would believe the murder thing.
Follow me down to the sea.
Open wide for Where the Buffalo Foam. You know, I'm having a pretty good day, which means...
Hello, Danny.
Yep, there he is.
One's made of skin, one's made of wood, so who's the dummy?
Not me.
They're doing a lot of these in this one.
Billy,
this game.
Why are you foaming at the mouth?
I've got rabies and I've come to bite you.
What? Stay away from me! Did you get bitten by a rabid animal?
Lady, which of these animal dites could not give me rabies? A beaver dite, a non-goose dite, a king cobra dite, or a badger dite?
I think it's Cobra because it's the one. It's the odd animal out.
Rabies only affects warm-blooded animals, not reptiles. Besides, you can't get diseases like this, Billy. You're made of wood.
Really? Then how did I get syphilis?
That's a good point. Here's one for you. Yoko has no remorse. What Beatles album am I describing? Let it be Yellow Submarine, Abbey Road, or Help.
I'm an Abbey Road. That's got to be the wrong answer of the game. No pedestrians.
Why didn't you pick this? ... dash 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 ... in Morse code is SOS, the International Distress Call. Of course, if the Beatles ever got stranded, they'd need help from somebody, but not just from anybody. Picky bastards. You mean the album with the Beatles on the crosswalk? No. But you can
Beatles on the
get the
crosswalk.
crosswalkers out of your way with a memory foam car bumper from the Anti-Pedestrian Council. The Anti-Pedestrian Council. Because walkers. Am I right? This wrong answer of the game is worth $8,000 for you. Nice job. Take a good look at F this. How would you read comedian Will Forte's name if it were accompanied by the musical notation Forte? Will Forte! Will Forte! Will Forte! Or Will Forte!
I have no idea.
That's just ridiculous. Were you thinking of this one? In music, forte means played loudly. Unlike Will Forte's quiet and nuanced performance in his Oscar-nominated film MacGruber. Brace yourself. Of course, who wants to hear my yapping? Oh, I'm still doing it. Sorry. Here you go. The Prodigy's son returns. They were prodigies in what area?
Doogie Howser. Think music? I don't know. Maybe it's baseball. Yeah, I know what airbending is if that person's actually on here. Wow. Chess. Yeah, I know the name, but I don't know who the heck he was or what he did, so... Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart. Bobby Fischer. I want to say it was medicine. No, not video games. No, I'm not falling for that. Anakin Skywalker. Yippee! Bad acting. Plinko. That one was extremely easy. Something to do with Star Wars is obviously the answer. The Who's Tommy. That would obviously be music. That might be a trick question, though. Yeah, that was a trick question since music didn't even pop up. Tiger Woods. That one's the easiest thing in the freaking world as long as you know what Tiger Woods does. Come on. Okay, that one's also extremely easy. Thing I knew.
There you have it!
Bat.
Probably don't know this, but I was something of a nose flute prodigy growing up. Listen to this. I mastered that when I was just 5 years old. Hard to believe.
You don't know Jack!
One thing I want to frickin' know is if anyone actually was a frickin' prodigy. I highly doubt any of them were actually a prodigy in masturbating, but whatever.
Hey gang, have you felt tired from all that racket and ballyhoo from the so-called music festivals that the teenage beatniks?
Yeah, I figured this is the one with the old man was gonna be a friggin' repeat. But yeah, hilariously enough, the thing I did the best in and knew the most in was the Jack Attack. But a lot of them were easy, like Luke Skywalker, obviously that has something to do with Star Wars. Tiger Woods, obviously that was golf. Avatar The Last Airbender, of course I knew, like, obviously I knew that was going to be airbending as soon as I saw the answer. That was going to, earlier on in the thing, if they actually were going to use that answer for something.
Chimes, bingo, McDonald's coffee.
Oh, but anyway, I should have continued on the next episode. Oh well.
Okay, Cookie, we think we have the scorpion problem under control.
Finally, I can put my shoes back on. Oh my god! Hi, I'm Cookie Masterson, and I'm a people person. It's true, I'm actually made of millions of tiny little people. Quiet down in there! Playing alone, are we? Don't worry, I'm here. And today's wrong answer of the game is being brought to you by...
Hoarder Helpers! Are you a hoarder? We're here to help you hoard more stuff. Absolutely no psychiatrist on staff.
If you happen to find our sponsor's wrong answer of the game, you'll be rewarded with big prizes and cash. Okay, let's light this sucker.
Get ready, time for question.
Okay, to get things started, London Bridges falling down.
Very interesting that the name of the episode is also the name of the wrong answer of the game. Frickin' Hoarder Helpers.
In the nursery rhyme, Wee Willie Winky, what's covering up Wee Willie Winky's Wee Willie? The nightgown he's wearing, the wolf suit he's wearing, the wooden shoe he's sailing in, or nothing, he's completely nude. I'm pretty sure you're thinking of Winkin', Blinkin', and Nod. Why are you doing that? Next time, try this. The first line of the nursery rhyme goes, Wee Willie Winky runs through the town, upstairs and downstairs in his nightgown. He's wearing a nightgown. Presumably that's what's covering up his Wee Willie. Look, some nursery rhyme guys are showers, and some nursery rhyme guys are growers.
That's one nursery rhyme I did not know at all. I don't know if I even ever heard that before I recognized it.
Next. Zombies never get old. What might you see in a television show called The Walking Dead?
Stupid vehicle outside.
army of zombies walking backwards.
Stupid vehicles outside, go away. The Walking Dead.
A horde of zombies walking in circles, a swarm of zombies walking on tiptoe, or a legion of zombies refusing to walk at all.
Walking in circles, backwards, tiptoe.
Watch your toe. If the dead are balking, that means they've stopped short or are refusing to move forward for some reason. Kind of like the plot of Walking Dead Season 2.
Dance with me, Disco 3.
Pucker up, Thorpe. I'll preheat my oven to 450 degrees when I'm dead, and we're cooking up a this or that. I'm going to read off 7 items, and for each one I want you to tell me if it's a type of burial plot available in a cemetery, or if it's a type of tombstone frozen pizza. If it's a type of burial plot, press the Y button. If it's a type of tombstone pizza, press the A button. Ready? Let's go.
I don't know what tombstone pizza is.
Companion. Family. Double top. Half and half. Original. Brick oven style.
That one was obvious.
Not bad, but not nearly as good as delivery. When I die, I want to be cremated, but not just in any oven, in a pizzazz pizza oven. That way every part of me is cooked evenly. This one's called Zack and Miri Make a Board Game. What do Seth Rogen and the game Trivial Pursuit have in common? They were both created in the 70s, they were both created by a Jewish woman, they were both created in Canada, or they were both created by accident.
No idea. I'm gonna guess Jewish.
Check, please. Oh, you're gonna kick yourself. Seth Rogen was born in Vancouver, Canada, and Trivial Pursuit was created in Montreal, Canada. And another thing Seth Rogen and Trivial Pursuit have in common... no, that's about it.
5 fingers!
Say hello to Kangaroo, Peanut, Albert Einstein, or Uranus.
Kangaroo, Peanut, Albert Einstein, or Uranus.
The first one that's in the frickin' first half of the game instead of the second half.
Steven Spielberg modeled 1/3 of E.T. after this subject. Kangaroo, Peanut, Albert Einstein, or Uranus?
No idea. I wouldn't think it would be Uranus. That wouldn't make much sense. The Peanut wouldn't either, but I have no idea.
Allow me. E.T. was an amalgamation of Ernest Hemingway, Carl Sandburg, and Albert Einstein. Yeah, he definitely has Einstein's neck. That'll wrap up round 1. And you haven't screwed up entirely just yet. Keep in mind, all the prizes are doubled in round 2. Well, no time like the present.
What the frick's the wrong answer to the game, then? Well, I'm going to be looking at my guide then and freaking starting over. Well, yeah, I'll do that, and if I end up having to redo the episode for a better score, then I can off-screen that, so, this is episode 7, so, yeah, I should have picked up on that. If I'd paid closer attention, I would have, now that I see what the wrong answer of the game is. Yes, exit.
We are good to go. Attention, there are flowers. Flowers have been delivered from a prisoner. So if anyone's expecting flowers from a prisoner, they're at the front desk. Thank you. Okay, and we are frosting the cake, and we want it to sound delicious and go. We'll have like it's very clear. You know, certain people to me it's a mystery, like Ellen. What her butt looks like.
Well, I mean, it doesn't look good.
We are dangerously close to overtime, everybody. Let's get this last shot, please, and break for lunch.
Hi, I'm Cookie Masterson, and I'm a people person. It's true, I'm actually made of millions of tiny little people. Quiet down in there! Oh good, you're all alone. I was just about to do some laundry. This will be much more fun. And our wrong answer of the game is sponsored by...
Hoarder Helpers! Are you a hoarder? We're here to help you hoard more stuff. Absolutely no psychiatrist on staff.
Pick the wrong answer associated with our sponsor to win a fabulous prize and big cash. Okay, what are we waiting for? Kicking things off, London britches falling down. In the nursery rhyme, Wee Willie Winky, what's covering up Wee Willie Winky's Wee Willie? A nightgown he's... The first line of the nursery rhyme goes, Wee Willie Winky runs through the town, upstairs and downstairs in his nightgown. He's wearing a nightgown. Presumably that's what's covering up his Wee Willie. Look, some nursery rhyme guys are showers, and some nursery rhyme guys are growers. And on its way, zombies never get old. What might you see in a television show called The Balking Dead? An army of zombies walking backwards, a horde of zombies. It was begging to be picked. If the dead are balking, that means they've stopped short or are refusing
it's
to
a
move
horde
forward
of zombies. The horde of zombies is so obvious. All I had to do is notice it and pay attention.
Wow, this is a real horde of circular logic. Which is great because that means you just won this expandable hoarder house from Hoarder Helpers. Because one man's trash is another man's trash that he can store in his expandable hoarder house. Today's wrong answer of the game is worth a tidy $4,000. There you go.
Dance with me, Disco 3.
But yeah, all I had to do was freaking look at that, like notice that, pay attention to that, whatever, the word hoard, think of hoarders, and I would have got it immediately, but I didn't, so.
This one's known as, I'll preheat my oven to 450 degrees when I'm dead, and we're cooking up a this or that. I'm going to read off 7 items, and for each one I want you to tell me if it's a type of burial plot available in a cemetery, or if it's a type of tombstone frozen pizza. If it's a type of burial plot, press the Y button. If it's a type of tombstone pizza, press the A button. Okay, let's move. Single. Companion. Family. Double top. Half and half. Original. Brick oven style. That performance will rest in awesomeness. When I die, I want to be cremated, but not just in any oven, in a pizzazz pizza oven. That way every part of me is cooked evenly. Up next, Zach and Miri make a board game. What do Seth Rogen and the game Trivial Pursuit have in common? They were both created. Seth Rogen was born in Vancouver, Canada, and Trivial Pursuit was created in Montreal, Canada. And another thing Seth Rogen and Trivial Pursuit have in common... no, that's about it. Why not try Kangaroo, Peanut, Albert Einstein, or Uranus?
Kangaroo, Peanut, Albert Einstein, or Uranus.
Steven Spielberg modeled 1/3 of E.T. after this subject. Kangaroo penis. E.T. was an amalgamation of Ernest Hemingway, Carl Sandburg, and Albert Einstein. Yeah, he definitely has Einstein's neck. That about does it for round one. And you're sitting pretty for someone so ugly. Don't forget, all the questions in round two are worth double. Okay then, here we go. Coming up, I've been framed! So, I've been looking at this print of the Mona Lisa a lot lately, and people always talk about her little half smile, but I've become obsessed with something else. What the hell is the Mona Lisa looking at? Something to her right, something to her left, something straight ahead, or something behind her?
No idea!
What? Come on! Stop messing around! Here's what you meant to pick. The Mona Lisa is looking over to her left. Which is weird because there's nothing over there but my Far Side calendar. Nobody's found that interesting in years.
Question 7. Yeah, better shake your monkey bang.
Next up, what's black and black and black all over? If during a battle of wits with the Riddler, Batman were unable to solve the riddle of the Sphinx, what might the Riddler say to mock him? Looks like you're not as smart as Oedipus, Bat Breath. You're certainly no Anubis, Bat Brain. You're dumber than Socrates, Bat Bungler. Or even King Arthur figured that one out, Bat Boob.
I'm probably wrong. It's probably Oedipus, but I'm saying this one.
Nuh-uh. This would've worked. In the Greek play Oedipus the King, Oedipus is the only one capable of answering a devious riddle posed by a murderous sphinx. You know the Riddler has lost his touch when he starts asking riddles anyone could just look up on Wikipedia.
Just not realize 6 and 1 are in the band of 8. Never noticed
Coming
that
up
till now.
next, get your mind out of the gutter ball.
It's the put the choices into order and buzz in and see if you are right.
And if you knock down a right answer here, I'll roll some extra cash your way. Put these bowling pin arrangements in order of most to fewest pins left standing.
This'll be easy.
7-10 split, dinner bucket, Christmas tree. Dinner bucket, Christmas tree, 7-10 split, Christmas tree, 7-10 split, dinner
Most
bucket,
to fewest.
Christmas
7-10
tree, dinner
split's the
bucket,
last
7-10
one.
split, or dinner bucket, 7-10 split, Christmas tree.
I think it's Christmas trees. I think Christmas tree is referring to...
Time's
I
up.
don't know.
Gutter ball.
Nope, it's
honestly.
X.
A dinner bucket is when there are 4 pins left standing, the 2, 4, 5, and 8 pins. A Christmas tree is 3 pins left standing, either the 2, 7, and 10, or the 3, 7, and 10. And in a 7-10 split, there are, of course, 2 pins left standing, the 7 and 10 pins. All those numbers hurt my brain. That's why I usually let the bowling computer do it for me. I also let the bowling computer do my taxes. How about All Men Must Die? Somewhere around episode 9. If the leading cause of death in the Game of Thrones universe were the same as the leading cause of death in the modern world, what spoilerish comment would you most likely read on the internet? Hey, did you know Arya dies of malaria? Jon Snow gets killed in a car crash, for reals. Yeah, Daenerys basically just has a stroke and dies. Or, guess what? Tyrion ends up dying of heart disease. Killing 7 million people a year, heart disease is the leading cause of death worldwide. Of course, as we know, the actual leading cause of death in Game of Thrones is struggling to be a 20-something in New York. Oh, wait, that's girls. I always get HBO shows mixed up.
Struggling to be anything in New York would be a problem right now, and the leading cause of death may very well be coronavirus. It's already surpassed
Try this on for
the
size.
9/11 attacks
Melts
and death
in your
toll.
pretty mouth. Based on the gender roles assigned by the Mars Company, which M&M's character could give birth to an M&M's Mini? Red, yellow, blue, or green?
M&M's Mini.
For whatever reason, red, yellow, orange, and blue M&Ms are male, and brown and green are female. It's the female ones that have nuts that confuse me. You do not want to be in the hospital room when an M&M gives birth. Sure, they melt in your mouth, not in your hands, but I'm telling you, those mini M&Ms are pretty melty when they come out of the birth canal. Step right up. Oh, you know all about the attack. Lovely. Here's your clue. Getting the beast of me. What animal are you surrounded by? Good luck.
Little Bo Peep. Sheep. That one's so easy. Jane Goodall. Oh wait, I think that I want to say that's frickin' Tarzan. Yep. Pied Piper. Nope, didn't know that one. Timothy Treadwell, I have no idea who that is. Bees with the question mark. Birds. Oh, Melody Daniels. Melody Daniels. I don't know who that is either. Racers. I want to say that might be that movie where it has all those friggin' animals, that racing movie. I don't know what the heck it's called. That's not that. Dogs. Nope. Selena Kyle. I don't know any of these. The only one was Bo Peep because that was extremely easy, and then Jane because of Tarzan. I don't know any of the rest of these at all.
There it is! I think people who surround themselves with animals are really just lonely. Sure, I myself own 2 cats, but whenever I see a guy with 3 cats, I think, oh man, that guy must not have a friend in the world. What a total loser. You don't know Jack!
Whoa, dude! What the f*** are you eating, man?
Just some f***ing baby carrots, bro.
Whoa! But they look like big carrots, only way f***ing smaller.
That's just f***ing it. I don't have time to f***ing eat an adult f***ing carrot, but with baby carrots, I can pop one in and be on my way.
No f***ing way.
Baby carrots. They're so f***ing tiny.
Don't Say Pajamas is the new game show that's taken the world by storm, hosted by none other than Terry St. Pancakes.
I am Cookie Masterson, and only you can prevent forest fires. Seriously, it has to be you. I'm sure as hell not going to do it. Just you? Great. Looks like I'll have to do all the heavy lifting. And today's wrong answer of the game is brought to you by
The Vegan Cannibal Supply Company. Flesh-free foods for the conscientious cannibal.
Try to choose the wrong answer, brought to you by our sponsor, to get prizes and cash. Okay then, why wait any longer?
Are you a vegan cannibal? If you Or human. You can't be, because humans are made
First
of
on the docket, let's all welcome Paul Rudd. You guys are in for a treat, because this episode is a very special one. Perhaps the best one we'll ever do, honestly. We have a special guest, one of the biggest stars of movies today, and just one of my personal all-time favorites. I love this guy. I love him, okay? What can I tell you? All right. The one and only Mr. Paul Rudd. Paul Rudd! Is Paul Rudd here yet, Bob?
No, not here yet, Cookie.
Okay, I'm sure he'll be here any minute. In the meantime, we can get started. Let's say Paul Rudd makes a romantic comedy about Alexander the Great as he faces his own mortality. If the movie takes place the year Alexander the Great died, what should it be called? This is 19, this is 32, this is 40, or this is 63?
I want to say, I could be wrong, but I want to say he actually died at 19.
No, I'll get this. Alexander the Great notoriously died young at the age of 32 of unknown causes, but some accounts claim he was poisoned. But you know, I would never poison you, Paul, because... Oh yeah, he's not here, still. That joke doesn't really work without him. I'm sure he'll be here soon. We should keep going. He'd want us to keep going. Here we have Paul My Finger. Just keep it together, Cookie. He'll be here. He'll be here. Okay. If Paul Rudd were a tamarin, what would he be? Kind of seems like we just smushed Paul Rudd's name into that one, but anyway. A bird named Paul Rudd, a monkey named Paul Rudd.
Okay, wrong answer to the game. Or not.
Now pay attention. A tamarin is a type of monkey. And that has nothing to do with Paul Rudd. Guys, don't embarrass me in front of Paul Rudd. Kinda glad he's not here yet. Bob, is he here yet?
No.
Damn it!
Dance with me, Disco 3.
Coming up, adrift without a rudder. Oh, that's my secretary. Paul's probably here. Mm-hmm. This is Cookie.
Mr. Masterson, there's a Paul Rudd at the front desk to see you.
Perfect. Just send him back. Yes! Ladies and gentlemen, coming down the hallway as I speak is the one and only Mr. Paul Rudd.
Hello, Danny.
You motherfucker!
Not me.
Billy, get out of here! Paul Rudd is supposed to be here any minute.
It was a joke, Dunny. Take a chill pill.
Damn it, Billy! Oh, God, what if Paul Rudd doesn't show up? Oh, this cannot be happening. Man, I'm sweating. Why is it so hot in here?
I told you, take a chill pill. Let's say you're running a fever. Since it would help bring down your temperature, which of these pills could be called a chill pill? Cannabis, benzoyl peroxide, methadone, or ibuprofen?
I'm probably wrong. I almost want to say...
Cannabis be the right answer?
No, it can't dance. Correct answer, show yourself.
Ibuprofen is an anti-tyrexic, meaning it brings down a fever. Oh, maybe that's Paul Rudd.
Yes?
Mr. Masterson, I have a... what was your name again, sir?
Well, the dummy said to say Phil. Oh, it's Pablo. It's Pablo, Corky.
Is the next one going to be an old man question? But the whole reason I went with cannabis is figured maybe it was the wrong answer to the game. And even though it was not, I'm so glad I went for it because holy crap, that freaking... what the response they give you for giving that wrong answer was hilarious. Can a dance.
I call this one, Let There Be Rudd. Okay, look, I'm sure Paul will be here any minute, so I'll just ask one more question to kill a little time to give him a chance to park or pick up a damn phone. If Paul Rudd's real first name were like Paul the Apostle's original first name, what would he be called? Raoul Rudd, Saul Rudd, Gaul Rudd, or Simon Rudd?
No idea.
Paul the Apostle was originally named Saul. He changed it because his publisher thought Saul sounded, and I quote, too Jewish.
Next one's gonna be Dis or Dat. Dis or Dat's always in the first half.
Here's one for you. Where the hell are you already? And this Dis or Dat needs to think about other people's feelings. Okay, I'm swapping out the Paul Rudd-themed Dis or Dat for a more appropriate one. I'm going to read off 7 names, and for each one, you tell me if the person eventually showed up or didn't show up at all. If they showed up, press the Y button. If they never showed, press the A button.
This one will be hard.
We're off. Good go.
I don't know these at all.
Satan's Baby and Rosemary's Baby. Miss Havisham's Groom. Lord and Lady Ferncliff. The Prodigal Son. Louis Prima and Big Night. You would have been better off not showing up at all. He'll show up. Paul will show up. He would never just not show up and ruin the premise of an entire episode. Would he? Paul, you wouldn't do that, would you? That'll bring an end to our first round, and it looks like you might be getting the hang of this. Remember, in round 2, every question is worth double. And hint, hint, the wrong answer of the game is still there for the taking. Enough small talk. Up next,
really again.
Paul is dead. Hold on. If Paul's not here, he probably has a really good reason, right? Right? Something bad might have happened. Okay, let's give him the benefit of the doubt and say that something actually happened to Paul Rudd. Which of these things at the funeral would be the Paul for Paul Rudd? The flowers next to his gravestone, the coffin he's lying in, the people crying over his grave, or the suit he's buried in? Where's that confounded right answer?
It's like they give you that wrong answer of the game and then throw you a bunch of freaking wrong answers that are related to... Oh wait, a flower's not a fruit. I'm an idiot. Well, still though, a flower is related to a fruit and that it's still a plant. But throw you off and make you choose wrong answers left and right unless you actually know the answers. Which I don't.
The pall can refer to a heavy cloth draped over a coffin or the coffin itself once there's a body inside. All joking aside, I do hope Paul Rudd is alright. Bob, has there been any word from...
No, nothing.
I will murder him!
Something has already happened to him. I'll make sure something does happen to him.
How about the Zodiac Thriller? Okay, you know what? I've got to get my mind off Paul Rudd for a minute. Perfect time to do this Leo DiCaprio question. Which Leonardo DiCaprio movie was the closest to being born a Leo? Django Unchained, December 25th, 2012. What's Eating Gilbert Grape, March 4th? Let me show you something. Leos are born between July 23rd and August 22nd. Leos, of course, are known for being friendly, outgoing, and dependent on poor accents.
What's also very interesting about that wrong answer of the game, March 14th, 1994. That's exactly, well, give or take a day or two if you want to go by actual days, not just like month to month, 14th of one month to 14th of next month. But if you go by 14th of one month to 14th of next month, if you go by that logic, March 14th, 1994 is exactly 2 months after the day I was born, January 14th, 1994. And it happens to be the wrong answer of the game for this question in You Don't Know Jack 2015. That's insane.
You must be trying to function on an empty stomach if you're thinking about eating a person. So it's a good thing you just won some vegan snacks like this box of toe fingers from the Vegan Cannibal Supply Company. Only slightly worse tasting than actual human flesh. This wrong answer of the game has earned you a sweet 8,000 clams. Well done.
Eerily slightly worse tasting than actual human flesh. No thank you. If it's that bad, I'll frickin' pass.
Follow me down to the sea.
Here's a good one. Ready, set, go. Alright, it's becoming painfully obvious this isn't going to happen. Yes?
Mr. Masterson, old man, Pablo is still waiting. Can you please get him out of here? It's me, Corky. Pablo.
Send him back.
What's that thing? Who's that fella? Where's that screwly up doodly-doo? It's Foggy Facts with old man.
Scooty up, dude. I forget.
I figured when they had him on the intercom thing at the end of Who's the Dummy, I figured they were going to eventually throw him on. They kind of freaking were pretty much letting you know, hey, we're going to do this.
Get in here, old man.
No, I'm Pablo, the big radio star.
Right, okay. You already tried this joke.
I did? I don't remember. When did I try this joke? Question 2, question 3, question 4, or question 5?
I have no idea.
Here's what a right answer looks like.
Oh, that's right. That little wooden kid told me to do it in question 3.
What could have happened to Paul Rudd? Where is he?
Paul Rudd? Oh, you mean the fella who called about 20 minutes ago?
What? You talked to Paul Rudd, old man?
Ah, sure I did, Corky. He asked for someone named Cookie, but I told him ain't nobody by that name works here, boy. Now get out of here.
What is wrong with you? I'm gonna kill you, you wrinkly bag of shit. This one's called My Best Ruddy. Okay, it's pretty obvious Rudd isn't coming, and we specifically wrote this question for him to read. It just seems stupid now, but the show must go on. I guess I could try a Paul Rudd impression. I'm Paul Rudd. I'm Paul Rudd. Slap in the bass. Yeah, okay. In what way am I, Paul Rudd, like a rudder? I help launch other actors' careers, I help stop movies from bombing at the box office, I help steer Hollywood in a more profitable direction, or I help... rudder helps steer boats or planes in different directions, just like how my magnetic charm and non-threatening good looks help to steer Hollywood in a more profitable direction. Oh, you said it, Paul Rudd. Hopefully pretty soon you'll actually get here and be saying these things for real. Otherwise, I might have to start taking back all those nice things I just had you pretend to say about yourself. This one's known as Better Late Than Even Later. Son of a f***ing where the f*** is Paul f***ing Rudd? Can anybody tell me? Is he getting here from halfway around the Earth on the back of the world's slowest turtle or something? I mean, this game is nearly over for f***'s sake. How far away could he be? All right. Considering the circumference of the Earth, and assuming he's not somewhere in space, what's the farthest distance away that f***ing asshole Paul Rudd could be right now? About 18,090 miles, about 4,200 miles, about 12,450 miles, or about 24,901 miles?
No idea. I don't know what the frame of reference is.
Oh, the humanity! Watch how easy this is. The Earth has a circumference of about 24,901 miles. For Paul Dud to be as far away from me as possible, he would have to be half that distance away. So about 12,450 miles, or 12,450.5 miles exactly. I think that would put him somewhere near Perth, Australia. But he has a lame summer home there or something. What a lame Paul Rudd type of thing to own. I hate you, Paul Rudd. I loved you once, but now that's over. Welcome to the attack. When you see two clues... Oh, I'll just shut my mouth then. Here's your clue. Just don't pick Paul Rudd. The clues help, I guess, whatever, but most importantly, never pick Paul Rudd.
A caller. Really? Oh, okay. Car 54 actor. Stripper move. This one will be easy. Looney Tunes censorship. Comedy Bang Bang guest. Consult your doctor. I'm an idiot. Totally heartbroken.
That's all she wrote! Well, that's it. I'm crushed, but we have one more message from legal.
Hello, I'm Kurt, and I just wanted to take a moment to step away from all the laughs and say, for the record, that Paul Rudd was never supposed to be in this episode. He never said he would do it. In fact, we never contacted him. Maybe we should have. We would love to actually have him on sometime, or even if he wanted to stop by the office and just chat for fun. So if you're Paul Rudd or you know him, have him get in touch with us. And if he's not available or interested, we'd also happily accept a visit from Adam Scott. Thank you. Oh, and... You don't know Jack!
Hi, I'm John Taylor, and starting today, get a free suit at John Taylor's Suit Emporium.
Wow, how do I get a free suit?
Just buy 2 suits and get a free suit upon purchase.
Cookie Masterson here, and don't worry if you hear this noise. It's just my butthole. All by yourself? Yeah, well, wouldn't be the first time. And the wrong answer of the game is brought to you by...
Oopsie Daddy Male Pregnancy Tests. When you need to know quick whether you're going to be a daddy or not, trust Oopsie Daddy. Just pee and wait.
Find the wrong answer associated with our sponsor to get yourself some sweet prizes and bonus cash. Okay, let's get this show on the road.
This one might be more difficult to find out, because what are you searching for? The Oopsie Daddy, the male pregnancy test, the entirety of it?
First question. That's one smooth infestation. Say you wanted to dress up a bunch of rats as members of the Rat Pack. What adorable rat accessory would you not need to purchase? A tiny glass of scotch for a rat Dean Martin? A tiny cigarette for a rat Joey Bishop? A tiny pipe for a rat Bob Hope? Or a tiny bow tie for a rat Sammy Davis Jr.? Time's running out. Ooh, ouch. Want to see the answer? Bob Hope was not a member of the Rat Pack, so you would not need to buy any tiny rat accessories for him. But if you ever need a rat to entertain the rat troops or host the Rat Academy Awards, Rat Bob Hope is definitely your guy. And on its way, beloved childhood character obesity.
Fat Albert.
Remember that old cartoon, Fat Albert and the Cosby Kids?
Called it.
No? Either way, I'm going to ask a question about it. What might you hear Fat Albert say while consuming a tub of lard? Hey, 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 this is some good cow fat. Hey, 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 this is some tasty pig fat. Hey, 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 this is some delicious sheep fat. Or, hey, hey.
What the hell was that?
Lard is made from rendered pork fat. By far the saddest time Fat Albert said, hey, 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 is when his doctor told him they'd have to amputate his foot due to his diabetes.
Couple things. First off, that thing at the end that sounded like a woman, I swear to God, that sounded like a sexual moan, number one. Number two, I was going off of what would Fat Albert say based on how he speaks, and I was basing that off of the Fat Albert movie since I've never actually watched any of the actual cartoon episodes. So that's why I went with that. I didn't know what they were going by what lard actually is. Otherwise, I probably would have gone with pig fat. I want to say of all places I actually learned what that was because of RO's stuff or something or whatever, but I learned it in my freaking intro to business class in college.
Dance with me, Disco 3.
Pucker up for Score Loser, and it's time to chalk up one dis or dat.
Maybe I didn't learn it specifically from that. Either I looked it up or I learned it from there, I think. I don't know, but...
I'm going to read off 7 games, and for each one, you tell me if you win by getting the highest score, or you win by getting the lowest score.
Okay, this should be easy.
High score,
it's probably
press the
game
Y button.
shows.
If it's low score, press the A button. Alrighty then, here it comes.
And card games, board games.
Monopoly. Yahtzee. Golf. Uno. Hungry Hippos. Hearts.
Yeah.
You don't know Jack?
Duh.
Maybe you should stick to Jenga.
No, thank you.
To me, games aren't about scoring high or scoring low, but finding something to do with your family that limits the amount of conversation.
What is with that crappy vehicle outside today?
Take a stab at Kangaroo, Peanut, Albert Einstein, or Uranus.
Kangaroo, Peanut, Albert Einstein, or Uranus.
The name of a Spider-Man villain from the 70s. Kangaroo, Peanut, Albert Einstein, or Uranus.
It's not Peanut or Albert Einstein. It's got to be Kangaroo Uranus.
Over the years, Spider-Man has actually had 2 villains named the Kangaroo. Both of them mostly just good at jumping. Although, I think Uranus would make a much better Spider-Man villain. Giant ice planets with no breathable air are a spider's natural enemy.
I probably didn't go with that, though, because of the your anus jokes, though. Interesting fun fact about that. At some point in the past, they apparently changed the pronunciation of Uranus to Uranus because of the frickin' all the your anus jokes, which is frickin' stupid and absolutely hilarious.
Coming up next, warning, only 0.000034 kilobytes remaining.
Yay, computer question, I might know this one.
Oh, my computer is so slow these days. It's bogged down with too much, data. I have to get some of this data off my computer. I guess we'll need to buy some cloud storage for all this data.
Yeah, I know exactly what that data is. Pornography. Let's continue with the question.
Because it's the biggest, which cloud storage option is most likely to be able to fit all my data? Cirrus Cloud Storage, Stratus Cloud Storage, Cumulonimbus Cloud Storage, or Stratocumulus Cloud Storage?
Okay, none of these are the wrong answer of the game. Stratus, Sirius, so...
Not much time. Sweet dreams. Here's what you meant to pick. Cumulonimbus clouds are those giant clouds that can extend from fairly low to very high in the atmosphere. Hopefully that will provide me with enough storage space. I have a lot of German data on my computer. A lot of German data. We've finished round 1, and you haven't even broken a sweat. Keep in mind, in round 2, everything is twice as much. And keep in mind, the wrong answer of the game is still out there waiting for you. Okay, let's see what's next. Let's try the best Blink-182 question we've ever done. What should Blink-182 change its name to if it wanted to represent the number of times, on average, an adult blinks in a minute? Blink 10, Blink 25, Blink 70, or Blink 181?
70 might be it, but I'm gonna go with 25. 181 is way too high.
What were you thinking there?
Must be 70 then.
I so wanted you to pick this one. Under normal circumstances, the average adult blinks about 10, maybe 15 times a minute. But don't blink too fast, or you might miss Blink-182's rise and fall from cultural legitimacy.
I don't know nothing about their cultural legitimacy, but just that joke was hilarious.
Are you there, God? It's me, Jimmy Fallon.
I didn't even need to know the context of that to understand why it's funny, for that to be funny.
Imagine, in order to appeal to younger viewers, Christian Network TBN airs a Late Night with Seth Meyers knockoff called Late Night with Seth from the Bible. What would you hear on the show? This show is live from my father Noah's Ark. Please welcome my murderous brother Cain. So, my sister Mary Magdalene has been in the news, or give it up for my band leader and mother, Jezebel. Time's a-wastin'. I'm not sure you've been awake during this game. Here's what a right answer looks like. Seth is the son of Adam and Eve and the from Abel. God gave Adam Seth as a replacement.
Is this show is live with my father supposed to be the wrong answer of the game?
Of course, in biblical times, you had to be careful flirting with your talk show guests because you were probably related to them. Open wide for getting my YouTubes tied. And you'll be treated.
Yeah, I'm fairly certain the thing was like oopsie daddy and the other one had daddy. Yeah, I think I missed the wrong answer of the game there.
Did like an instant star for a right answer.
It's the put the choices into order, then buzz in and see if you are right.
Put these famous viral YouTube videos in order of shortest to longest. David after dentist, double rainbow, dramatic chipmunk. David double dramatic, dramatic David double, double dramatic David, or dramatic double David.
Let's see here, David after dentist. B.
Sing that one song, Chocolate Pain. Why didn't you pick this? The viral video of the dramatic chipmunk is 5 seconds long, David after dentist is 1 minute and 58 seconds long, and the double rainbow video is 3 minutes and 29 seconds long.
And now I remember what double rainbow is.
I try not to watch any video that's over 10 seconds long because I have the attention span. Oh my god, look at that monkey drinking its own pee!
Alright then, I thought it was gonna be funny, then it wasn't.
Take a good look at Lime and Punishment. Oh, my breath is awful. Luckily, I've got a bunch of loose Tic Tacs in this drawer here. At least I think these are all Tic Tacs. Which of these Tic Tacs should I probably not eat? The orange Tic Tac, the blue Tic Tac, the brown Tic Tac, or the red Tic Tac?
It's either brown or blue. Orange and red are actually Tic Tacs.
Yeah, they don't make brown Tic Tacs. Yep. Yep, that's a rat turd. Say hello to Flow Me to the Moon. Let's say an astronaut on Mars is experiencing her time of the month. If she stays there for an entire Martian year, how many more times of the month will she experience? 22 times of the month, 12 times of the month, 2 times of the month, or she won't have another time of the month.
Martian year. I have no idea. It's not 12.
Hello! A Martian year lasts approximately 687 Earth days, which would mean the astronaut would get her period about 22 times. Truly making it the Red Planet.
But yeah, that was the wrong answer of the game that I missed.
Step right up to the Jack Attack when you see two... Okay, if that's how you want it, here's the clue. You say hotel, I say motel. And where will you be staying this evening? Good luck.
Marion Crane, no-tell, motel. I'm not gonna know these. This is one of the most difficult things I've ever seen. I'm going to be doing the episode for the wrong answer of the game anyway, so I'm just going to hit them all so I know what the answers are when I redo it. And I'll redo up to the wrong answer of the game off screen and probably do that in whatever episodes I've left up to through episode 10 in a follow-up video after this as opposed to it being all one video. So, overlook the capture cockroach. So you can only hit a wrong answer once. Tower of the Terror Ride. Bates Motel. Hollywood whatever that was, the Hollywood one. Monopoly Player. Yeah, it's totally Trump Towers. This is the only one that's easy. Tiny Red Hotel. Lightning McQueen. That had to have been Indianapolis Skiway, I think. Okay, no, the Speedway thing was a frickin' trick answer. The Eagles. Hotel California. Okay, there's another easy one. Yeah, let's see how horrible this is. I don't even care. I actually do. I want it to be horrible to see what the response is.
That's the game! I'm not a big hotel or motel person. I don't know why, but I've just always had trouble sleeping in a strange semen. You don't know, Jack!
So let's see here.
Okay, we're set.
Yeah, Cookie, I took a poll in the office, and we all thought that Gravity was worth seeing in the theater.
Okay, agree to disagree. I thought it was way better on my iPod Shuffle.
Okay, so yeah, it is 9 and 10 that's left then.
Don't give me the office first.
Because I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh crap, no. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then there's 9 and 10. So yeah. Get to verify with my list real quick, or the guide.
Refrain from any offensive slurs or language. Thank you.
What the? I was
Are
wrong!
your parents out of the room? Good, because I want to talk to you about candyforgold.com. At candyforgold.com.
Apparently I was wrong, so the answer that said daddy, I thought for sure...
Candy
They throw you a loop on that one.
Send you the candy unless you send us the gold.
The answer that has Daddy in it, that's actually not the wrong answer of the game.
Sneak into their bedroom and look through all their drawers.
It's the freaking,
shiny gold, just grab
it's the period question if the woman was in space on a planet or what the frick ever and went by Martian years.
Box or envelope and mail it to candyforgold.com. And whatever you do, don't tell your
But anyway, guys, that's going to be it for this video. The next video, I'll start back up at that wrong answer of the game and just do that and then episode 10. So it'll be quite a short video compared to this one. So I apologize for the long video.
What you playing?
Like the inconsistent video length. A really long video and then a short video. But that's going to happen sometimes with how I'm handling You Don't Know Jack. With wanting to redo episodes only for either wrong answers or like really low scores. And thankfully for 5, that's a good enough score for me. I want to just be in positives. Positives is good enough for me. But 28,000, 12,000, 15,000, 13,000, those are all good enough for me.
Yes, Piddle Paddle. It's the hot new game that everyone's dying to play.
But anyway, that said, that's it for this video. I hope you guys will enjoy this video. And I'll actually have this be part 1 of 2 for one episode. So this and the next video will be the same episode since it's just episode 10 in the next video. Even if I have to redo episode 10 in the next video. Anyway. That being said, I'm going to repeat what I was about to say there and say that's it for this video. I hope you guys all enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys next time for more Let's Play You Don't Know Jack 2015. Bye, everybody.